All right. I wanted to talk more about My Demons Have Demons, just a little bit. That is going to be a very different book for me. It's going to include photos from my childhood, my teen years, things with my mom. What's the most important part that I will be adding to it are scans from my mother's journal. After she died in 2023, and I was left to clean up her apartment and clean through her hoard because my mother was also a hoarder, I found her journal. I found pieces of her writings, quilt pieces, things she had hobbies in. But what was most important and most valuable to me was her journal. In it, she labeled it 40 years. And she talked about her life with my dad, the things with the kids. When she got sick, she leaned on me. She needed me. And I encouraged her to go to therapy and journal and do all of these things because there could have been something that could have helped her. Because guilt and shame was two things that I really, really saw in my mom. She carried it. My mom taught me that sacrifice was how you showed love. You gave all of yourself because why wouldn't you, especially for your children? But I watched it break her. My mom was one of the hardest working women I've ever known. And when I look for a partner, a strong work ethic's one of those things. It's admirable. My mom was deeply, deeply shattered. And she could be incredibly mean. I had family members witness how cruel she could be to me. And they were shocked. My son couldn't look at her the same again. And all I could go was, that's my mom. That sweet little grandma lady that everyone knew, that could be her too. But the woman I grew up with was mean. Very, very mean. And then she would cry because she parentified me emotionally. I was her dumpster. I was the one that got blamed for everyone else. For my dad being upset, my brother committing another crime. It was always something. It was my fault. I wasn't a good daughter. I wasn't a good sister. Why couldn't I? And my mom believed it was because I was born after she was married to my dad, that I wasn't born sick like my siblings, because God had blessed me, even though I'd never been baptized. My mother's faith was weaponized against her and used it to justify. But my mom, in her own words, can tell you her story, and that's part of my book. It's in her handwriting, and yeah, I'll translate because some people have always struggled reading her handwriting.